The movie begins when this guy is trying to save this guy from the anaconda, but bro is gone. Just sail off. Then we meet Doug, who's a very passionate wedding planner, who's all like oh yeah, weirdo. Very weird. Then there's this guy Griff who has finally got a role in a major show, but he's immediately fired because he couldn't say the words fast enough as the director wanted him to. And Doug are childhood friends. Doug was an aspiring director for Hollywood, but as usual, life hit him with responsibilities and not fulfilling your dreams. And Griff is a struggling Hollywood actor who was only able to get a spot in a very small supporting role in SWAT. And then they do a surprise birthday party for Doug with his other friends and his wife and kid. And after that, they start watching their mini original tube-like tape, which was actually impressive. Holy motherfucking fuck! I need to tell you something. What? That I love you. I've always loved you. And I always fucking will. And I will always fucking love you. Now come kiss me, woman. That was mob sassy. But anyways, after that, this guy that comes back from his wedding planning, editing work, and he finds that his son actually enjoyed watching the clip, and I was actually watching it again. I had already watched it like twice now, and even when he came back, he was all like, "Don't remove it as I come back, because I actually enjoyed it." And the wife is all like, "Babe, like, why don't you go back? You are more happier doing that stuff, and now you're just soulless. That's the only time I saw you when you're actually happy before you shaboinked me." But he first hesitates until, as he's editing these two weirdos' wedding video, the fire comes back to him like a flame. Getting the motivation, this guy agrees after Doug getting the motivation to do the movie and write even the full Anaconda script, since Griff had told them that he had the copyright and he had got it from the guy who passed away, the guy who made Anaconda, from the wife. So he makes the script and he estimates that they are supposed to get a loan of $2 million because they need to add VFX and all of that stuff and the scening and all of that snake movement stuff. But they get a very good loan of, and then when they go to get the loan, the ladies are like, "We have approved a loan for you, $9,400. And this guy is all like, yes. Bruh. From 2 million to 9,400, and according to Doug, he said that they are 48,000 short. But to say that this movie, even if, it was kind of dumb to most people, it was teaching people to follow your dreams, because they were very below the budget, but they just decided to run with it and film the movie anyways for Anaconda. That's good. But then they go to Brazil, the Amazon rainforest, and they meet this weird guy. Then we meet this guy who's a snake tamer, who tells them that his grandma was soda popped by an anaconda, but he's also friends with an anaconda. Okay, that's weird. These guys go to get on the boat, but then they find a lady called Anne, and they tell her, she says that the boat has some medical, oh bloody hell, sorry, mechanical conditions, and she can't accept them to go on. But meanwhile, Anne looks like she's running from some people and she doesn't want to end up in problems with them. So that's why she's the actual reason why she's running. But then these guys are all like, this movie is so important to us and we really want to record this movie because it has been our childhood dream. Then she accepts to go with them. Then they start filming the Anaconda movie. And this guy is all like, when the snake comes out, it goes down and grabs by the balls. Then late in the night, as everybody is snoozing, the snake tamer's Anaconda comes out and it almost eats our guy Griff while he's putting on a face mask medical care thing. But then the next day they have to shoot a scene when Griff is holding the snake by himself to his face, and this guy's like an inch closer and he can't take it anymore and he just throws the snake over and he dies. And these guys are like, The Candela guy is very sad about his best friend dying. So he he does like a whole burial ceremony, a whole speech of how he found the snake, of how the snake saved his life, and they basically burn it up after being chopped into pieces, and everybody is there for its funeral ceremony, apart from grief because he refused him from attending it since Dan threw the snake over and made it get chopped in the first place. And to console himself, he starts looking at the snake's pics with himself and the snake. My man needs help, mob help. So Griff comes in to apologize to the guy that, okay, even if he didn't like the snake, he didn't intentionally throw it over so that it can get chopped into pieces. But then the guy first finds it hard and he's all like, have you ever got a loss or have you ever gained a loss? And he's all like, he has never lost a friend, but a human friend, not a snake. But then after that, they're able to reminisce things over and talk and have a good jazz. And after that, this guy is all like, do you know what? I'm getting you a new snake. Then they're all like, at this time, yes, I'm getting for you a new snake for your Anaconda movie. And then the best idea this guy decides to do in the Amazon rainforest, where there are swamps, where there are other animals apart from snakes, and the best time for most predator animals to start hunting, he decides to go out and find an anaconda. How dumb is that? Then when Griff doesn't see the guy anymore, the guy looks around and he's all like, nope, just turns around. Now this is how I expect for most people to act in horror movies. Yes, that's your buddy, that's your friend, but you are in an abandoned place, you are in a swamp, you are in an Amazon forest, and you can't see your friend at night time. That made sense, but if this was another horror movie or thriller or something like that, they'll be like, where are you? I need to go and look for him more and to put myself more into the woods. There's totally nothing that can kill me or cause any harm to me. Now that's how they're supposed to act, not dance. So like, we shall go and look for the snake ourselves and maybe find the guy in the process. Bro, we. And yeah, they do find Santiago dead. And then the snake appears, staring them down his meal, showing them that niggas, you're cooked. And then when Doug connects the car battery, his head is almost chopped off by this snake, and this guy just decides to drive without waiting for him at all. Them surviving all of that, inclusive being chased by other groups of people who are tracking that Anna girl. They see some random boats that come up, and then they are all like, why are you here? We are shooting a movie. What's the movie? Anaconda. And Doug looks at the guy and he's all like, wait, Griff, don't you have the rights to Anaconda? And Griff was actually lying that they had the rights to Anaconda, to the Anaconda movie. Bruh, if it's me, man, I don't know, man. Like, I'm so clapping you. Like, even if it's my friend, I'm clapping you. Like, bro, one of our guys just died because of that. I almost just died. So, man, I don't know, man. I just clap you. But then Doug and Griff have a massive fight and he decides to dish his childhood crush and his friends. And then he goes to the Anaconda cast guys to get a ride from them and go back home. But then he finds this woman that most of them have been eaten, and she also gets eaten by the Anaconda. To find out that Anne was actually an illegal gold mine and this guy had actually come here to arrest her. Then Griff shoots him in the leg. After shooting him in the leg while trying to gun an aura moment, she ends his life. After ending his life, she gets eaten up by a anaconda. And then they are able to escape. While they are able to escape, a spider bites Doug. And the only way to get rid of spider poison, they had to twinkle, twinkle, twinkle on his wound for the spider. But then one of his friends, since cannot twinkle while standing up, they have to get for him a stone so that he can sit and twinkle on Doug's wound. After the mission being successful of stupidity, Douglas is still going to lament about how he feels jealous of Griff that he was able to go and at least pursue his dream while Doug got a boring wedding planner job and responsibilities and life and all of that nonsense, he gets eaten up by the snake. And these guys, after that, the snake regurgitates him, and then they put him and they tie a pig on top of him so that they can make the snake eat him, and inclusive also they put a squirrel in his mouth. But then after that, they actually realize he's not dead, and yeah, some crazy shit happened. Then the pig on top of him literally wakes up, and I'm not joking. The pig literally wakes up and starts screaming. Then after that, the pig's lifespan is not long lived because the pig is eaten by the snake after that. And then they are able to move to one of the areas where they had one of the boats for the film crew of the Anaconda crash that had crashed, and then they're able to meet Ice Cube. Holy shit, Ice Cube! Who did you think he was, John Boy? Then these dudes try to kill the snake, but then the snake is all like, "I never die." Shit! Then Griff kills the snake just like how he killed that monster in the movie, Dead. They have a respectful ceremony being recognized and remembered in Santiago, and also J-Lo appears. Yay! Then that's the ending of Anaconda 2025. Thanks for watching. If you watched until the end, like, share, comment, subscribe, but mostly comment, and please subscribe. And hope you enjoyed the video. It's your boy ZM, Israeli Movies, and always be happy.